Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to lean in and listen closely because this is not just a story, it's a declaration. There's a woman who has faced storms, who has battled fires she never thought she would survive. She walked through the depths of despair, through nights so dark that even hope seemed like a distant memory. She faced rejection, betrayal, and pain that tried to break her spirit. The fire was not meant to destroy her. Every trial, every tear, every sleepless night was molding her for a higher purpose. While the world doubted her, while the world turned its back, God was whispering, "Watch her, for she is not finished yet. The best is yet to come." She rose not because life was easy, because she refused to stay down. She rose because faith became her anchor, resilience became her weapon, and courage became her song. Every step she took out of that darkness was a testament to strength the world couldn't give her, but the heavens ordained. And now, the moment has come. God said, now watch her rise. Watch her rise above the pain. Watch her rise above the criticism. Watch her rise above the circumstances that were designed to limit her. What you see now is the manifestation of perseverance, prayer, and unshakable faith. The hell you are walking through is temporary, but the glory that awaits you is eternal. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep believing, because just as surely as the night turns into day, God will raise you, and the world will have no choice but to witness your victory. The storms you are walking through, the battles you are facing, the pain that is trying to consume you, none of it is defeat. Let me say that again so it sinks in. Trials are not defeat. The world may have you convinced that struggle is failure, that hardship means you are weak. I am here to tell you that every trial is a stepping stone. Every struggle is shaping you for a destiny far greater than you can see. Think about it. When a seed is planted in the ground, does it start by blooming? No. It must first push through the dirt. It must fight against the weight of the soil pressing down on it. It must endure the darkness and the struggle just to see the light. When it finally breaks through, it blossoms into a life-giving, fruit-bearing tree. That is exactly what your trials are doing for you. You may feel buried, you may feel crushed, but this is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your rise. Trials are designed to awaken something in you. They are designed to reveal your strength when you think you are weak. They are designed to stretch your faith when it feels like hope has left you. Difficulty, every heartbreak, every obstacle is a divine message. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. The question is, will you let it prepare you or will you let it defeat you? I know some of you have walked through fires of rejection, faced doors that slammed in your face, opportunities that never came, friendships that failed, love that betrayed you. And now, standing in the ashes of disappointment, you feel as though life is turned against you. But I'm here to tell you, fire was not meant to burn you up, it was meant to refine you. The fire was not meant to destroy you, it was meant to purify your heart, strengthen your resolve, and sharpen your vision. Imagine a blacksmith at work. The hammer strikes the metal over and over. The heat burns, sparks fly, and yet each blow, each strike, each moment of pressure is bringing forth something beautiful. Trials are your hammer and your heat. And what is being forged? Your character, your courage, your resilience. What is being revealed? The depth of your strength, the breadth of your faith, the magnitude of your potential. Defeat is only real if you give up. As long as you are breathing, as long as you are standing, as long as your heart is still beating, you have not been defeated. You may have been delayed, you may have been tested, you may have been broken for a moment, but defeat, that does not live in a heart that refuses to quit. That does not dwell in a spirit that keeps pressing forward even when the world tells you to stop. Some of the greatest victories in life have come after the harshest trials. You have heard the stories, haven't you? The woman who lost everything but found herself. The man who fell and got back up stronger than before. Child who endured unimaginable hardship and grew into a beacon of hope for millions. What do they have in common? They understood this one truth. Trials are not defeat. They are preparation for glory. Do you want to know why trials happen? They happen to build endurance. They happen to teach patience. They happen to strengthen your faith in ways that comfort never could. Comfort does not create warriors. Comfort does not produce leaders. Comfort does not prepare someone for the level of greatness God has intended. But trials do. They expose the weak spots. They challenge the complacency. They force you to grow, to stretch, to fight, to rise. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I'm tired. I've been through too much. I can't do this anymore. Listen to me. That is exactly the point where you must fight the hardest. That is exactly the moment where you must dig deeper than you ever have before. That is exactly the time to remember that the night is darkest just before the dawn. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Your victory is on the other side of the struggle. Your rise is just beyond this trial. And trials, my friends, are never wasted. Every tear you cry, every sleepless night you endure, every disappointment you face is planting seeds in your life. They are seeds of wisdom, seeds of strength, seeds of resilience. And one day, when you look back, you will see that what you thought was your destruction was actually your deliverance. What you thought was your failure was actually your foundation. What you thought was the end of your story was actually the beginning of your legend. You see, enemy wants you to think that struggle equals defeat. The enemy wants you to believe that pain is permanent. But let me tell you something, and I want you to remember it forever. Your trials are temporary, your strength is eternal, and your victory is guaranteed if you refuse to quit. Does not allow storms to break you. He allows them to build you. He does not allow trials to crush you. He allows them to cultivate you. He does not allow pain to defeat you. He allows it to direct you toward your destiny. So today, stand tall, hold your head high. Look the storm in the face and say, "You will not have me. I am not defeated. I am rising. I am growing. I am becoming everything God intended me to be." Every trial you face is not the end. It is the invitation to rise. Every struggle you endure is not punishment. It is preparation. Every obstacle in your path is not a wall. It is a stepping stone. And when you finally rise, when you finally overcome, when you finally step into your destiny, you will look back and see that the trial that once seemed unbearable was actually your greatest teacher. You will realize that the pain that once felt unbearable was actually your greatest blessing. You will understand that the moments that tested you most were the moments that prepared you for your ultimate glory. Do not fear trials. Do not despise hardship. Do not see struggle as defeat. See it for what it truly is, preparation for your rise, training for your victory, shaping for your destiny. You are not broken. You are not finished. You are not defeated. You are being prepared, strengthened, and lifted for something far greater than you can imagine. Trials are not defeat. Trials are not punishment. Trials are the fire that forges champions, the storms that produce leaders, the mountains that create visionaries. And one day, the world will watch as you rise from the ashes stronger, wiser, and more victorious than ever before. So keep walking, keep believing, keep fighting, keep trusting, because what you are going through is not the end. It is the beginning of your rise. And when you rise, the world will have no choice but to see trials are not defeat. They are the pathway to victory. Storms will come. Life is full of winds that will try to knock you off course. Waves will rise, circumstances will shift, people will disappoint, doors will close, and fears will threaten to paralyze your spirit. But in the midst of all this chaos, there is something that can hold you steady, something that can prevent you from drifting, sinking, or losing yourself completely. That something is faith. Faith is her anchor. Anchor is not just a piece of metal. An anchor is a lifeline. It is what holds the ship steady when the waves are raging. It is what keeps the vessel from being swept away by the storm. Without an anchor, a ship drifts helplessly, tossed about by forces it cannot control. With an anchor, the ship remains steadfast, secure, and unshakable. That is what faith does in the life of a woman determined to rise. Faith keeps her rooted, firm, and unwavering no matter what she faces. You see, faith is not wishful thinking. Faith is not just saying, "I hope this works out." Faith is a deep, unshakable trust in something greater than yourself. Faith is believing when you cannot see. Faith is trusting when the evidence around you says otherwise. Faith is holding on when letting go seems easier. And that is exactly what allows a woman to survive the darkest nights, endure the harshest trials, and rise when everyone else expects her to fall. There will be times when life feels heavy, times when burdens are stacked so high that you feel like you cannot breathe, times when fear whispers, you cannot make it. And yet, it is faith that whispers back, I am with you. I will not let go. I have a plan. Faith does not always remove the storm. Faith does not always calm the wind or stop the waves. But faith gives you something stronger than the storm. It gives you a place to stand. Consider the story of a woman who has faced betrayal, heartbreak, and loss. Her dreams were deferred. Her plans fell apart. People doubted her. She could have let it all break her, but she didn't. Why? Because she anchored herself in faith. She anchored herself in the belief that God, or the universe, a higher power, was working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail for her good. She anchored herself in the knowledge that even in her weakness, there was strength. Even in her suffering, there was purpose. Even in the pain, there was a promise. Faith is what allows a woman to move forward when logic says stand still. Faith is what gives courage when fear tries to paralyze. Faith is what fuels determination when the world tells her to quit. And faith is what allows her to rise above disappointment, rejection, delay, because she knows deep in her soul that her story is far from over. Faith is not passive. Faith is active. Faith is doing, even when you cannot see the end. Faith is walking forward, trusting that the ground will appear beneath your feet, is stepping into the unknown with the confidence that the journey is not in vain. The anchor does not move with the waves. It holds firm. And the woman whose faith is anchored does not drift with the storms. She stands steady and rises above them. There will be moments when people question you, when friends turn away, when the world laughs at your dreams. In those moments, your faith becomes your secret power. It is the quiet voice in the darkness that says, I am not defeated. I am not alone. I am going to rise. Faith is not always visible, does not always make sense to those around you, but it is unshakable. It is powerful. It is the lifeline that pulls you through the waves when everything else fails. Faith is also what allows you to hope beyond the present. You may be standing in a valley of disappointment, a season of delay, or a wilderness of uncertainty. But faith allows you to see beyond today, to envision a future that the storm cannot touch. Faith is the lens through which miracles are possible. Faith is the engine that propels dreams forward, even when reality seems to say, cannot be done. And it is faith that reminds a woman that the same God who carried her yesterday is carrying her today, will carry her tomorrow. Now, I know that faith can be tested. I know that doubt's creeping. I know that fear tries to shake your trust. Let me tell you, this faith grows stronger in the fire. Faith becomes resilient when tested. Faith becomes unshakable when challenged. Every trial is an opportunity to anchor deeper. Every storm is a chance to hold firmer. Every challenge is a call to stand taller in the assurance that what you cannot see, God is working behind the scenes to make real. Faith is also what protects her heart. When life tries to break her, faith reminds her of her worth. When people try to betray her, faith reminds her she is loved. When circumstances try to overwhelm her, faith reminds her that she is not alone. And that is why no matter how high the waves, no matter how strong the wind, no matter how dark the night, she remains anchored, unshaken, and ready to rise. I want you to imagine for a moment a ship in the midst of a violent storm. The waves crash over it. The wind tears at it. And yet the anchor holds through the darkness. It holds through the rain. It holds through the chaos. That ship is not drifting. That ship is not lost. That ship is secure. And so is the woman whose faith is her anchor. She may bend. She may sway. She may feel the pressure of the storm, but she does not break. She does not drift. She does not sink. She rises. So if you are in a season of uncertainty today, if fear has tried to paralyze you, if doubt has whispered lies in your ear, remember this faith is your anchor. Hold on to it. Trust it. Stand in it. Let it guide you through the storms. Let it steady your heart. Let it propel you forward. Because anchored in faith, you cannot be defeated. Anchored in faith, you cannot be broken. Anchored in faith, you are unstoppable. One day, the world will see what faith has done in your life. They will see how you weathered the storms. They will see how you stood strong when others fell. They will see the victory that came after the struggle, the triumph that rose from the trial, and the glory that followed the storm. You will know that it was faith, your anchor, your lifeline, your foundation that carried you through it all. So hold on, stand firm, trust the unseen. Believe in the promises, because faith is her anchor, and with it, she will rise. She will rise above every fear. She will rise above every doubt. She will rise above every obstacle, and nothing, not storms, not trials, not setbacks, can ever hold her down. Life will try to break you. Circumstances will test you. People will disappoint you. Storms will rise. Challenges will knock at your door, demanding that you bow down, surrender, or quit. I am here to declare to you today, she does not bow. She does not surrender. She does not quit. She rises. And why does she rise? Because resilience is her weapon. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you develop, something you sharpen in the fire of trials. Resilience is the ability to face adversity and not just survive it, but to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined. It is the power that refuses to let the storm define her. It is the strength that refuses to let failure determine her future. Resilience is the silent roar in her soul that says, I may be down, but I am never out. I may be hurt, but I am never defeated. I may stumble. I will rise. Think about it for a moment. Life is unpredictable. Life is harsh. Life is filled with unexpected twists, turns, and setbacks. And yet, some people walk through the same storms, endure the same pain, and emerge victorious, while others are swallowed by despair. What is the difference? The difference is resilience. Resilience is the weapon she wields in the battlefield of life, and it is forged in the crucible of her trials. Every time she has fallen and gotten back up, resilience has grown stronger within her. Every time she has faced rejection and kept moving forward, resilience has sharpened. Every time she has been doubted, criticized, or betrayed, resilience has been honed into a weapon that cannot be shattered. And this is why she is dangerous to the forces that try to hold her back, because resilience is not passive. Resilience is active. It is unrelenting. It is a force that cannot be ignored, resisted, or destroyed. Life will knock her down. That is guaranteed. But resilience is what allows her to rise. Resilience is what allows her to stand when the world expects her to fall. Resilience is what allows her to continue fighting when everyone else has given up. It is the armor she wears, the sword she wields, and the shield that protects her heart. It is the force that turns obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks, and trials into triumphs. Resilience does not mean that she will not feel pain. Resilience does not mean that she will not experience fear, doubt, or sorrow. Resilience means that despite all of that, she will rise. Resilience means that even when life pushes her to her knees, she finds the strength to stand. Resilience means that she keeps walking even when the path is dark. Resilience means that she refuses to let yesterday's failures dictate tomorrow's victories. The world may try to label her, limit her, or define her by her circumstances, but she knows the truth. Her past does not determine her future. Her pain does not determine her potential. Her mistakes do not determine her destiny, because she carries resilience as her weapon, and with it, she dismantles every lie, every limitation, every doubt that comes her way. She knows that the power to overcome lies within her, and resilience is the key that unlocks it. I want you to picture her life as a battlefield. On this battlefield, challenges are soldiers, obstacles are weapons. Fear is an enemy trying to trap her. In her hands, she carries resilience. And with resilience, she defeats every challenge. She dismantles every obstacle. She conquers every fear. She moves forward with unwavering determination, knowing that victory is not only possible, it is inevitable. Resilience is what allows her to rise when people have counted her out. Resilience is what allows her to keep going when hope seems lost. Resilience is what gives her the strength to face criticism with grace, rejection with courage, and failure with wisdom. It is the force that turns heartbreak into healing, loss into lessons, and despair into determination. It is the weapon that turns weakness into strength, struggle into success, and pain into power. Resilience is not just about surviving, it is about thriving. Resilience is what transforms her from a victim into a victor. Resilience is what elevates her from a struggler into a leader. Resilience is what turns trials into testimony and battles into blessings. It is the force that allows her to rise above the noise, rise above the pain, rise into her purpose. Every trial she faces is an opportunity to wield her weapon of resilience more powerfully. Every storm she encounters is a chance to sharpen it. Every setback she experiences is a moment to reinforce it. And the more she practices resilience, the stronger she becomes, the sharper her weapon becomes, and the more unstoppable she is. Resilience is her secret. Resilience is her power. Resilience is her advantage, and the world will learn to respect it whether they want to or not. I cannot be resilient. I am too weak. I have been through too much. I am tired. Listen to me. Resilience is not about never being tired. Resilience is not about never feeling weak. Resilience is about refusing to stay down. Resilience is about picking yourself up one more time than you are knocked down. Resilience is about facing life's storms with courage, determination, and faith that you will rise no matter what. She walks through life armed with resilience. That is why she is unstoppable. Resilience allows her to rise above fear, doubt, and limitation. Resilience allows her to turn failure into fuel, setbacks into springboards, and challenges into catalysts for growth. Resilience allows her to stay committed to her dreams, even when the world tells her they are impossible. Resilience allows her to rise again and again until victory is not just possible, it is inevitable. So, every woman listening today, I want you to hear this. Your resilience is your weapon. Wield it boldly, sharpen it daily, trust it when life gets hard. Let it guide you when fear threatens to hold you back. Let it protect you when the storms rage. Let it push you forward when obstacles try to stop you. Every time you rise, every time you fight, every time you persevere, you are proving the power of resilience and you are inspiring the world around you. The fire you have walked through, the storms you have endured, the battles you have fought, they were not in vain. They were not to destroy you. They were to awaken your strength, to sharpen your weapon, to reveal your resilience. And now, armed with resilience, you will rise, you will conquer. You will thrive, you will inspire, you will become unstoppable. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is not the absence of doubt. Courage is not the absence of struggle. Courage is what sings in her heart when everything around her is screaming, "You cannot do this. You will fail. You are not enough." Courage is her song. It is the melody that rises above despair, the rhythm that moves her forward when her legs feel weak, the anthem that reminds her she was never meant to stay silent. Courage is not loud. Courage does not always shout. Sometimes courage is a quiet whisper in the middle of the night, a voice that says, "Keep going. You are stronger than you think. You will rise." And sometimes courage is bold. It roars in the streets, in the face of opposition, in the moment everyone else is too afraid to act. It doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't pause for approval. Courage is her song, and it plays whether the world is listening or not. Think about it. Life will place obstacles in her path. People will doubt her. Circumstances will challenge her. Doors will close. Opportunities will vanish. Dreams may feel delayed. And yet, she continues. Why? Because courage has become more than a feeling. It has become a part of her identity. It is the song she sings when the world tries to silence her, the beat she marches to when fear is trying to stop her, the rhythm she dances to when despair is trying to hold her back. Courage is what allows her to speak when silence seems safer. Courage is what allows her to move forward when the path is uncertain. Courage is what allows her to stand alone when the crowd has turned away. Courage is what allows her to risk, to try to fail, and to try again, because she knows that every step forward is a note in the song of her destiny. Every choice she makes, every decision to rise, every act of bravery is a verse in the anthem of her life. You see, courage is not reckless. Courage is not the absence of planning or preparation. Courage is intentional. Courage is deliberate. Courage is the decision to act in spite of fear, to step into the unknown with faith that what lies ahead is greater than what is behind. Courage is not simply surviving. It is thriving in the face of adversity. It is daring to dream when reality says no. It is daring to rise when circumstances say, stop. Courage is the song that keeps her moving forward, no matter how heavy the burden or how dark the night. Let me tell you something about fear. Fear is real. Fear is strong. Fear is persistent. It will try to silence her, paralyze her, and convince her that she cannot. But courage sings louder than fear. Courage drowns out doubt. Courage steps into the battlefield when fear begs her to retreat. Courage does not ignore fear. It acknowledges it, respects it, and yet moves forward anyway. That is why courage is her song. It is not the absence of fear, but the choice to rise above it. Courage is also contagious. Every time she acts courageously, she inspires someone else to act. Every time she faces a challenge with boldness, someone watching learns that it is possible to rise. Every time she refuses to quit, someone else finds the strength to keep going. Courage is not only her song, it is a symphony that echoes through the lives of everyone around her. It is a melody of hope, a rhythm of strength, chorus of empowerment that changes lives. There will be moments when courage feels impossible. Moments when the mountain seems too high. Moments when the darkness feels too deep. Moments when failure seems inevitable. And yet, in those moments, she remembers that courage is not about perfection. Courage is about persistence. Courage is about showing up when others would walk away. Courage is about making a choice to rise, even when every reason in the world tells her to quit. Courage is the song that carries through the impossible, the anthem that lifts her above the noise, and the melody that guides her to victory. Let me give you an example. There may be a time when she has been wronged, betrayed, or overlooked. She may have given her heart, her time, her effort, only to be met with disappointment. And yet courage compels her to continue. Courage compels her to believe in herself when others do not. Courage compels her to trust in her vision when the world is blind to it. Courage compels her to rise again and again with grace, strength, and determination. That is why courage is her song. It is the anthem of her resilience, the melody of her faith, and the rhythm of her rise. Courage also teaches her the power of vulnerability. Courage allows her to speak her truth even when it is uncomfortable. Courage allows her to love even when she has been hurt. Courage allows her to dream even when others have laughed. It takes courage to stand in the light after being in the shadows. It takes courage to walk into a room where no one expects you to succeed. It takes courage to rise when the world has already counted you out. Every time she does, she is composing a verse in the song of her life, a song that inspires, empowers, and transforms. Courage is not a single act. Courage is a lifestyle. Courage is a habit. Courage is a rhythm. It is what she chooses every day, in every decision, in every challenge, in every interaction. Courage is her weapon against fear, against doubt, against limitation. Courage is her power to rise above circumstances, to create opportunities, to step boldly into her destiny. Whatever you are facing, whatever storm is raging, whatever fear is trying to hold you down, let courage be your song. Sing it loudly, sing it proudly, sing it boldly. Let it guide you when the path is dark. Let it lift you when the weight is heavy. Let it remind you that no matter what comes, you were made to rise. Courage is her song. Courage is her anthem. Courage is her power. And with it, she will rise above fear. She will rise above doubt. She will rise above every obstacle. And she will claim the victory that has always been hers. Your life is unfolding according to a schedule far greater than your own. Every delay, every setback, every closed door, every unexpected twist is not a mistake. It is not random. It is not punishment. It is divine timing. And understanding this truth will change the way you see every struggle, every obstacle, every moment of waiting in your life. Divine timing is the realization that God, the universe, the higher power guiding your journey, whatever you choose to call it, is orchestrating every detail of your life with precision, wisdom, and purpose. It is the recognition that there is a season for everything. A season to plant, a season to grow, a season to reap, and a season to rise. Divine timing reminds us that what we see as delay is often preparation. What we see as waiting is often building. What we see as disappointment is often redirection. So often we live as if time is our own. We demand results on our schedule. We expect opportunities to arrive when we are ready, when we are comfortable, when we think we have earned them. Divine timing does not bend to our impatience. It does not rush for our comfort. It does not hurry for our understanding. Divine timing unfolds when everything and everyone is aligned for your highest good. And until that alignment is perfect, the waiting is necessary. Delays are not denials. Waiting is not rejection. Postponement is not punishment. It is all preparation. It is a sacred pause, a divine rehearsal, a spiritual alignment that ensures that when your blessing arrives, it comes in its fullness, in its completeness, and in a way that cannot be taken away. Divine timing is not about when you want it to happen. Divine timing is about when it is meant to happen, and it is always perfect, even when it feels late. Think about the seasons of nature. A seed does not sprout the day it is planted. The earth must nurture it. Rain must fall. Sunlight must shine. Roots must grow beneath the surface, and only in the perfect moment does it break through the soil and blossom. That is divine timing. That is how your life works. What you are waiting for is being cultivated, nurtured, and strengthened beneath the surface. And when the time is right, it will emerge with unstoppable power. Now, I know some of you are frustrated. I know some of you are tired of waiting. I know some of you are asking, why is this taking so long? Why am I still here? Why is everyone else moving ahead while I am stuck? I want you to hear this today. Your waiting is not wasted. Your preparation is not pointless. Your season is not over. Divine timing is working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances, shaping your character, and opening doors that you could not open on your own. Divine timing is also about protection. Sometimes what you are asking for or what you think you want is not ready for you yet. Sometimes you are not ready for it yet. And the universe, in its wisdom, delays it so that when it arrives, you can handle it, appreciate it, and steward it well. It is like a master painter who does not rush the brushstroke, because to do so would ruin the masterpiece. Divine timing ensures that when your breakthrough comes, it is perfect, complete, and lasting. Do not confuse divine timing with divine neglect. Do not confuse delay with denial. Do not confuse waiting with weakness. Divine timing is active, intentional, and purposeful. It is the unseen hand moving pieces into place, opening doors that no one can shut and closing doors that would have led you astray. It is the divine rhythm of life orchestrating your path in ways you may not yet understand, but that will reveal themselves in due season. It teaches patience, endurance, and faith. It teaches you to trust when you cannot see. It teaches you to believe when you cannot feel. Teaches you to hope when the world is filled with doubt. Divine timing forces you to grow, to strengthen, and to prepare for the moment you are about to enter. And when that moment comes, you will rise with clarity, power, and confidence because you were ready for it, even if you didn't realize it at the time. I want you to think about all the moments in your life where things did not happen when you expected. The job that seemed delayed but eventually became your dream role. The relationship that did not come together at the right time but eventually brought you your life partner. The opportunity that seemed lost, but eventually arrived with a blessing 10 times greater than you imagined. Divine timing works like that, often unseen, sometimes frustrating, but always perfect. Divine timing also teaches humility. It reminds you that life is not fully within your control. It teaches you to surrender your timetable, your expectations, and your impatience to a higher wisdom. And in that surrender, you discover peace, you discover freedom. You discover a deeper understanding that your journey is not chaotic, it is orchestrated. It is purposeful, it is meaningful. Every delay, every setback, every period of waiting is a note in the symphony of your life. And when the music plays, will be glorious. So how do you align with divine timing? First, trust. Trust that the universe or God is at work behind the scenes. Trust that the waiting is for your good. Trust that the timing is perfect. Second, prepare. While you wait, do the work. Grow yourself, sharpen your skills, strengthen your character, and deepen your faith. Third, act when the doors open. Be ready to step into your season the moment it arrives, because divine timing is not just about waiting, it is about moving decisively when the time is right. Your time is coming. Your moment is near. The breakthrough you have been waiting for, the blessing you have been praying for, the rise you have been anticipating. It is being orchestrated in perfect timing. And when it arrives, it will exceed your expectations, surpass your dreams, and confirm the power of divine timing in your life. So today, I want you to stand in faith, even if you are still waiting. Walk with purpose, Even if the path is unclear, believe in your rise, even if the circumstances seem delayed, because divine timing is always at work, always perfect, always protecting, and always guiding you to your destiny. Divine timing is not a delay. It is a preparation. It is not a denial. It is alignment. It is not a punishment. It is perfection. And when the moment finally comes, you will see that every second of waiting was necessary. Every moment of preparation was essential, and every delay was designed to elevate you to where you are meant to be. Divine timing is your greatest ally. It is your secret power. It is your guide through uncertainty, your assurance through doubt, and your peace through chaos. Trust it. Embrace it. Stand firm in it. When the time is right, rise boldly, because your season has arrived and divine timing has made sure that you are ready. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is not a punishment. Pain is not a sign that life has abandoned you. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a sculptor. Pain is a refining fire that shapes you into the person you were always meant to become. And this is the truth I want you to hear today. Transformation comes through pain. You see, life has a way of hitting us with experiences we do not want, circumstances we do not choose, and struggles that seem unbearable. We often ask, why me? Why now? What did I do to deserve this? And in the moment, it may feel cruel, unfair, and heavy. The truth is that pain is the soil where greatness grows. Pain is the furnace where strength is forged. Pain is the arena where courage is tested and character is revealed. Transformation does not happen in comfort. It happens in discomfort. It happens in struggle. Happens when life pushes you to the edge and you refuse to fall. Think about it for a moment. Diamonds are not born in light. They are born under pressure, deep within the earth, enduring extreme heat and immense force. And yet that pressure creates beauty, strength, and brilliance. That is how pain works in your life. The pressure you are experiencing, the suffering you are enduring, the heartbreak you are feeling, it is shaping you into something beautiful, strong, and resilient. Pain is not permanent. The transformation it brings can last a lifetime. Pain has a way of revealing what we cannot see in times of ease. It exposes weaknesses, challenges patterns, and forces us to confront truths about ourselves that we might have ignored. It reveals hidden strengths we never knew we had, uncovers courage we didn't know existed. It awakens determination, tenacity, and faith that cannot be developed in comfort or convenience. Every tear, every scar, every broken moment is part of a divine process that is reshaping you for a greater purpose. The pain you are feeling today is not in vain. Heartbreak you are enduring is not wasted. The trials you are walking through are not meaningless. All part of a divine plan to transform you into the woman or man you were meant to be. Transformation through pain is a process. It takes time. It takes endurance. It takes faith. It takes the willingness to keep moving forward, even when it hurts, even when it seems impossible, even when you feel like giving up. Sometimes the transformation is not visible immediately. You may feel like nothing is changing. You may feel stagnant, stuck, defeated, but transformation often happens beneath the surface. It happens quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. Like a seed germinating in the soil, the work is happening even if you cannot see it yet. And when the moment comes, when the time is right, that transformation bursts forth into your life in ways you never imagined. What once was pain becomes purpose. What once was struggle becomes strength. What once was despair becomes destiny. Pain also teaches empathy and compassion. When you have suffered, you develop the ability to understand, encourage, uplift others who are going through their own trials. Transformation through pain is not just personal, it is communal. It allows you to become a source of light for others, a voice of hope for those who feel lost, and a living testimony that suffering can produce beauty, strength, greatness. Your pain, when embraced, becomes a platform for impact. Your journey through hardship becomes a story that inspires, encourages, transforms others. Transformation through pain is not about bitterness. It is not about resentment. It is not about holding grudges. True transformation requires letting go of the hurt, forgiving where necessary, and using the experience as fuel for growth. The pain itself does not define you. How you respond to it does. When you choose to rise, to learn, and to grow through pain, you turn every wound into wisdom, every loss into lesson. and every setback into a stepping stone toward greatness. Transformation through pain also builds resilience. When life knocks you down repeatedly, you develop the ability to get back up stronger than before. When you face betrayal, disappointment, or failure, you discover an inner power that cannot be shaken. Pain teaches you endurance. Pain teaches you patience. Pain teaches you that you are capable of surviving and thriving no matter what comes your way. Every trial you face is a rehearsal for your rise, training ground for your victory, and a classroom for your growth. The fire of pain is refining, not destroying. It is shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for the next level of your life. The storm you are walking through is not meant to drown you. It is meant to awaken you. The heartbreak you are feeling is not meant to defeat you. It is meant to deepen your understanding of yourself and others. The trials you are enduring are not meant to stop you. They are meant to strengthen you for the blessings and responsibilities that lie ahead. Transformation through pain is also a testament to faith. When you endure suffering with trust in God, in the universe, or in the higher plan for your life, you demonstrate the power of belief in an unseen outcomes. You learn to walk by faith, not by sight. You discover that even in the darkest moments, there is a divine hand guiding you, shaping you, and preparing you for your destiny. Your pain becomes part of your testimony. Your survival becomes proof of divine purpose. Your rise becomes a declaration that transformation through pain is not only possible, it is inevitable. Transformation you experience through pain is permanent. It is not temporary. It is not fleeting. It changes you at your core. It rewires your perspective, strengthens your resolve, and expands your capacity for love, leadership, and influence. Pain transforms your mind, your heart, and your spirit. It teaches you humility, courage, resilience, and faith. And when you emerge on the other side, you are not the same person who entered the struggle. You are stronger, wiser, and ready for the next chapter of your life. Do not despise the pain. Do not run from it. Do not resist it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Allow it to transform you. Let it refine you. Let it teach you. Shape you into the person you were always meant to be. Pain is temporary. Transformation is eternal. Struggle is fleeting. Growth is everlasting. Fire you walk through today, the storm you endure tonight, the heartbreak you feel right now, they are all preparing you for your rise. They are all necessary for your transformation. They are all part of the divine plan that will lift you to places you never imagined. And when you finally emerge, you will look back and see that every moment of pain was worth it. Every tear shed, every night endured, every challenge faced, it was all transforming you into the person you were destined to become. Transformation through pain is your gift. It is your power. It is your weapon. And when you embrace it, you will rise with strength, courage, and wisdom that cannot be shaken, silenced, or defeated. Pain is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the forge. It is the catalyst for your greatness. And through it, you will rise stronger, brighter, and more powerful than ever before. Victory is not a secret. Victory is not hidden. Victory is not invisible to those who have eyes to see and faith to believe. Victory is visible. And I want you to understand today that your victory is closer than you think. Your breakthrough is nearer than you imagine. Your rise is inevitable, and it is already visible to the one who sees your heart, the one who knows your struggles, and the one who knows your potential. Victory does not come in whispers. It comes in signs, in breakthroughs, in moments where the impossible becomes possible. Victory does not arrive quietly when you are unprepared. It arrives when you have endured, when you have grown, when you have refused to give up. And it is always visible to God, to the universe, and eventually to the world. Every step you take toward your dreams, every challenge you overcome, every obstacle you rise above is a marker of your victory and progress. When a soldier prepares for battle, victory is not declared before the fight. As the soldier advances, strikes with precision, and overcomes the enemy, victory begins to appear. It becomes visible in the ground gained. The enemy's defeated, the battle's won. That is how victory works in your life. It may not be fully realized yet. It may not have manifested in the ways you expected, but it is visible in the progress you have made, in the resilience you have developed, in the strength you carry in your heart. Every hardship, every struggle, every tear shed has a purpose. Every battle you have fought has prepared you for the moment when victory becomes undeniable. Every trial has been building your strength, your courage, your faith, and that victory, which has been forming in secret, is ready to manifest in your life in ways that will astonish you and everyone who has doubted you. Victory is visible in the transformation you carry within. It is visible in the resilience you have built. It is visible in the courage you have exercised. It is visible in the faith you have maintained. Even if the world has not yet recognized it, the seeds of victory are already planted. They are sprouting, they are growing, they are maturing. And when the time is right, the harvest will come and victory will no longer be hidden. It will shine in every area of your life. Visible victory does not always come with fanfare. Sometimes it comes quietly at first, a whisper of success, a small sign of progress, a subtle shift in circumstances. But if you pay attention, if you keep your eyes open, if you keep faith alive, you will see it. You will recognize it. You will know that your breakthrough has begun. And from that moment on, your confidence will grow, your courage will increase, and your determination will intensify, because visible victory strengthens the spirit in ways that invisible struggle never could. Victory is also visible in your impact on others. When you rise above your circumstances, when you overcome adversity, when you achieve the goals that others thought were impossible, your victory becomes a beacon of hope. It inspires, it encourages, it motivates, shows others that they too can rise. Your victory is visible not just in your life, but in the lives of those who witness your triumph, those who are lifted by your courage, and those who are motivated by your perseverance. I want to speak to those of you who have been waiting, who have been praying, who have been believing, but feel like nothing is happening. I want you to know today that victory is already visible in the unseen. Every moment of endurance, every act of faith, every choice to rise instead of giving up, these are all signs that victory is approaching. You may not see the full picture yet, but the outline is there. The blueprint has been drawn. The seeds are ready to blossom. And when the time comes, victory will not just be a promise, it will be reality. Victory is also visible in the lessons you have learned. Every failure, every mistake, every setback has been preparing you for this moment. Victory is seen in the wisdom you carry, the strength you have developed, and the understanding you have gained. You are more prepared now than you were yesterday. You are stronger now than you were a year ago. You are more capable now than you ever imagined. And that is how victory becomes visible. It is revealed in the person you have become, not just in the outcomes you achieve. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I cannot see my victory. It feels so far away. Let me tell you this. Just because you cannot see it with your physical eyes does not mean it is not real. Just because the world has not recognized it does not mean it does not exist. Victory is visible to the one who matters most, and when the time is right, the world will have no choice but to recognize it too. The progress is there. The breakthrough is forming. The triumph is growing, and it will manifest in ways that are undeniable. Visible victory also reminds us of the power of perseverance. It reminds us that faith in action, courage in adversity, and resilience in struggle are never wasted. They are all building toward the moment when victory can no longer be hidden. They are all contributing to the evidence of your rise. They are all preparing the world to witness your triumph. And when victory appears, it will be glorious, unmistakable, and undeniable. Victory is not just about achieving what you desire. Victory is about becoming who you were meant to be. It is about rising above circumstances, exceeding expectations, and fulfilling your purpose. When victory is visible, it is a testament to your growth, your faith, your courage, and your resilience. It is a reflection of the journey you have walked, the battles you have fought, strength you have developed along the way. Look for the signs. Recognize the progress. Trust the process. Believe in your rise, because victory is visible, even if only in glimpses at first. It is forming in the unseen, growing in the hidden, maturing in preparation for the moment it can no longer be hidden. Stand tall. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep believing, because your victory is not just coming. It is here in formation, in preparation, and in alignment. And soon the world will see it shine. Victory is visible. It is evident in the growth, the perseverance, the courage, and the faith you carry. It is apparent in the way you rise above challenges, in the strength you have developed, and in the impact you are making. And when it fully manifests, it will be undeniable, undeniable to you, undeniable to those around you, and undeniable to the world. So rise with confidence, walk with faith, stand with courage. Your victory is visible. It has always been forming. It has always been growing. And now it is ready to reveal itself. Let the world witness your triumph. The heavens celebrate your rise. Let every obstacle, every storm, every challenge bow before the undeniable truth victory is visible. And you have claimed it. The life you are living, the battles you are facing, the victories you are achieving, they are not just for you. They are for others. Your story, your journey, your rise has the power to ignite hope, to spark courage, and to inspire transformation in the lives of those around you. Inspiration to others is one of the greatest legacies you can leave. Every struggle you endure, every challenge you overcome, every obstacle you rise above, it sends a message to the world. Even when you think no one is watching, someone is paying attention. Even when you feel unseen, unnoticed, or undervalued, someone is quietly taking note. Your perseverance speaks louder than words. Your courage speaks louder than doubt. Your faith in the face of trials speaks louder than fear. And your rise, your breakthrough, and your victory become a beacon of hope to someone who needs it most. Inspiration does not come from perfection. It does not come from flawless execution or effortless success. Inspiration comes from authenticity, from vulnerability, from the willingness to keep moving forward even when life is difficult. It comes from showing others that struggle is not the end, that setbacks are not permanent, that challenges are not insurmountable, and that even when you fall, you can rise again and rise stronger than ever before. That is the power of inspiration. You see, there are people watching your life who need to see proof that it is possible to overcome. People who need to know that pain can be transformed into purpose. People who need to witness resilience in action. People who need to see courage in motion. And your life, your choices, and your faith can serve as the example they need to believe in their own potential. Inspiration to others is not about creating followers. It is about showing what is possible when someone refuses to give up. Your story has power. Your journey has influence. Your rise has impact. The very things you have endured, the lessons you have learned, the victories you have achieved, all of it becomes a testimony, a living, breathing testimony that hope is real, that change is possible, and that God or the universe or life itself is working in ways that are bigger than what you can see. Every scar you bear, every tear you have shed, every time you have stood back up after being knocked down, they are all symbols of strength that inspire others to keep going. Sometimes we underestimate the ripple effect of our lives. We think, ooh, am I to inspire someone else? Or my journey is just my journey. But the truth is, every act of perseverance, every display of courage, every demonstration of faith, even when it is small, is a spark that can light a fire in someone else. Your rise is contagious. Your determination is contagious. Your belief in yourself is contagious. And when others see what you have accomplished, they will find the courage to pursue their own dreams, to overcome their own struggles, and to rise from their own challenges. Inspiration to others is also about authenticity. It is not about pretending to have it all together. It is not about hiding your struggles or masking your pain. True inspiration comes when you are real, when you are vulnerable, when you show others that even in your darkest moments, you have chosen to keep going. It is in the honesty of your journey, the transparency of your battles, and the courage of your rise that others find the motivation to persevere. People do not need someone perfect. They need someone real, someone who has faced the storms and still chosen to rise. One act of courage, one decision to keep going, one refusal to quit can inspire a family, a community, or even a generation. Your life is a platform. Your journey is a message. Your rise is a living proof that obstacles can be overcome, dreams can be achieved, and hope can prevail. Every time you face adversity with strength, Every time you overcome a challenge, every time you step into your destiny, you are inspiring others to believe that they too can rise. Inspiration to others is also about perspective. When you share your story, when you show how far you have come, you remind others that their struggles are not the end of their story. You remind them that pain can be temporary, that setbacks can be overcome. Perseverance will lead to triumph. Your journey becomes a map for others, guiding them through their own storms, showing them that the path to victory is possible, and lighting the way when the darkness seems overwhelming. Inspiration does not require grandeur. It does not require fame. It does not require recognition. It can be as simple as showing up every day, refusing to give up, and walk in integrity, courage, and faith. Sometimes the most profound inspiration comes from quiet strength. The mother who works tirelessly for her family, the student who refuses to quit despite obstacles, the person who chooses hope when despair is all around them. Inspiration is contagious. Your example has the power to change lives in ways you may never fully realize. Inspiration to others also requires empathy and compassion. As you rise, as you overcome, as you transform, remember to lift others along the way. Speak words of encouragement. Share your experiences. Extend a hand to those still struggling. Inspiration is not just about what you achieve. It is about how your journey empowers others to believe, to act, to rise themselves. Your victory becomes their motivation. Your rise becomes their roadmap. Your faith becomes their foundation. Your life is not just for you. Your story is not just for your own glory. Your rise, your courage, your resilience, your victories, they are all opportunities to inspire others. Every battle you face, every tear you shed, every moment you choose faith over fear, every time you refuse to give up, someone is watching, someone is learning, someone is finding hope, someone is being inspired to rise in their own life. So today, I want you to embrace your power to inspire. Recognize that your journey has meaning beyond your own life. Stand tall, even in the midst of struggle. Rise boldly, even when the world doubts you. Walk with courage, even when the path is uncertain. Shine your light, even when darkness surrounds you. Your life is a message. Your rise is a signal. Your victory is a beacon. And your story, every struggle, every triumph, every lesson has the power to inspire countless others to rise, to overcome, and to claim their own destiny. Inspiration to others is not a reward. It is a responsibility. It is the legacy you leave, the impact you create, and the hope you ignite. Your life is proof that challenges can be overcome, that courage can prevail, that faith can move mountains, and that victory is possible. And as you rise, remember this, your journey is not only for you, it is a gift to the world. You are an inspiration. You are a beacon. You are a guide. And through your rise, others will rise too. No matter how long the wait, no matter how dark the night, no matter how many times you feel overlooked, rejected, forgotten, your time will come. There is a season in your life that has been prepared just for you, a moment of breakthrough that has been designed to elevate you, and a divine appointment that cannot be missed. Your time will come. I know that some of you are tired. I know that some of you are frustrated. You've prayed, you've struggled, you've given your all, yet the doors haven't opened. You've worked, you've hoped, you've sacrificed, and yet the breakthrough seems delayed. But I want to tell you today, delay does not mean denial. Waiting does not mean failure. The timing is not yours. It is His, it is divine, and it is perfect. Your time will come, and it will come at exactly the right moment when everything aligns in your favor. Think about it for a moment. Every person who has ever achieved greatness, every person who has ever risen above their circumstances, every person who has ever walked through struggle and emerged victorious, they had to wait for their season. They had to endure the long nights, the silent prayers, the moments of doubt. But they did not give up. They did not quit. They kept believing. They kept pushing. And when their time came, arrived in full force, undeniable and unstoppable, your story is no different. Your time will come because the universe, God, higher power orchestrating your life is never late. He is never early. He is always right on time. Sometimes the delay is intentional. Sometimes it is necessary to prepare you for what is about to happen. Sometimes it is needed to protect you from what you are not ready for. Even though waiting is difficult, even though patience is hard, even though the journey seems long, trust that your time is coming. Do not be discouraged by the success of others. Do not be shaken by the doors that have opened for someone else before you. Do not measure your journey by the timeline of another person. Your time is yours alone. Your blessings, your rise, your breakthrough, they are unique to you. The moment they arrive, they will not be secondhand, delayed, or compromised. Your time will come, and it will be perfectly tailored for your life, your dreams, and your destiny. Let me remind you of this truth. The waiting period is not wasted. Every moment of preparation, every lesson learned, every challenge faced, and every test endured is shaping you for your time. The patience you are developing now will sustain you when your moment arrives. The faith you are cultivating now will fuel your rise. The perseverance you are practicing now will carry you to heights you cannot yet imagine. Your time will come, but you must be ready to step into it with confidence, courage, and clarity. Your time will come because your rise is inevitable. It is not a question of if, it is a question of when. The world may not see it yet. Circumstances may try to convince you otherwise. Doubts may whisper lies into your ear. But your destiny is already written. Your purpose is already assigned. Your breakthrough is already planned. Delay is simply the preparation, the rehearsal, the refining fire that ensures that when your time comes, you are fully ready to claim it. I want you to visualize your time, picture it in your mind. See the doors opening, feel the blessings arriving, sense the victories manifesting. Hold on to that vision, because faith requires vision. Faith requires belief in what is not yet visible. Faith requires trusting that what has been promised, what has been prayed for, and what has been hoped for is already on its way. Your time will come, and when it does, it will exceed your expectations. It will surpass your dreams. It will validate your persistence and your faith. Do not be afraid of the wait. Do not grow weary of the journey. Do not let discouragement steal your hope. The fact that your time has not arrived yet does not mean it will never arrive. The fact that you have faced setbacks does not mean you are finished. The fact that you have endured hardships does not mean your blessing has been denied. Your time will come, and when it does, the world will witness what was always meant to be. Your time will come because the struggles you have endured have equipped you for it. The pain you have experienced has strengthened you. The heartbreak you have survived has refined you. The obstacles you have overcome have prepared you to handle the blessings that are coming. When your time comes, you will not just receive what you were waiting for, you will be ready to steward it, to walk in it with grace, and to maximize it for the greater good. Do not rush. Do not force. Do not settle. Your time will not be early, and it will not be late. It will come in perfect alignment with your growth, your readiness, and your destiny. And when it does, it will be unmistakable. It will be undeniable. It will be the culmination of every prayer, every sacrifice, every act of perseverance. Your time will come, and it will be glorious. Stand firm in the waiting. Keep your faith alive. Continue your work. Refine your skills. Strengthen your character. Deepen your understanding. Every step you take, every decision you make, every moment you endure is bringing you closer to your moment. Your time will come, but it requires your persistence, your patience, and your unwavering belief. Your time will come not just for your benefit, but for your impact. When your blessing arrives, it is not just to lift you. It is to empower others, to inspire others, to demonstrate what is possible when faith and perseverance collide. Your rise will be a beacon of hope, a testament to resilience, and a story that will inspire generations to come. Your time will come, and it will leave a legacy. So, to everyone listening today, I want you to hold on to this truth. With everything in your heart, your time will come. Do not give up. Do not despair. Do not let impatience steal your joy. The moment has been prepared for you. The blessing has been planned for you. The rise has been scheduled for you. And when it arrives, everything you have endured will make sense. Everything you have learned will be applied, and everything you have hoped for will be realized. Your time will come. Trust the process. Embrace the waiting. Prepare yourself for the moment when your breakthrough is no longer on the horizon, but in your hands. When that time arrives, rise boldly, walk confidently, and step into the fullness of your destiny. Because the world will have no choice but to recognize that what was always meant to be has finally arrived.